Boone Carter had committed every detail of the photograph to memory, soft brown curls framing a delicate face, hands folded demurely in her lap, eyes glancing shyly away from the camera. He stood beside his wagon at the dusty trading post, heart pounding as a distant dust cloud swelled on the horizon. In moments, he'd meet Violet McCall, the woman who'd become his wife through 6 months of tender letters. Their arrangement was practical, a mail-order bride to share his ranch life in the Wyoming Territory, but the words exchanged had kindled something deeper. The travel wagon rattled to a halt, door creaking open. The woman who descended was a stranger. Her hair was dark and pulled into a severe bun, her hands calloused from labor, and her green eyes burned with unyielding resolve. She wore a simple brown dress that hugged a sturdy frame, exuding strength rather than fragility. "You must be Boone Carter," she said, voice sharp as a whip crack through the afternoon heat. "I'm Ruby, not Violet." Ruby. The world tilted. Boone hadn't moved, yet the ground felt unsteady beneath his boots. "Where's Violet?" he rasped, rougher than intended. Ruby's jaw tightened. "There's been a change of plans." She slung a leather satchel over her shoulder with effortless grace, pulling it from the wagon. The driver avoided their gaze, already unhitching his team. Whatever storm brewed, he wanted no part. "The letters," Boone said slowly, mind reeling. "You've been writing them?" "About the wedding, our life." "About a lot that's changed," Ruby interrupted, stepping closer. She smelled of earth and resolve, not the rosewater Violet had described. "Some things you need to know. Things that weren't mine to tell." Boone's stomach knotted. This wasn't a mere mix-up. Secrets weighed on her like an unseen burden. "Where is she, Ruby?" Her gaze held his, unflinching. "That depends on how much truth you can handle, Boone Carter. Once I start, there's no going back to the life you planned." He stared, the trading post's bustle fading, men loading crates, horses stamping, drowned by the intensity between them. "I can handle it." Ruby glanced around. "Not here. Too many ears." She nodded at his wagon. "Your place." The invitation jarred him. Taking her to the ranch he'd prepared for Violet felt like betrayal. But standing amid unraveling dreams was worse. "Follow me," he said, climbing aboard. She swung up beside him with horseman's ease, settling close enough for propriety's sake, yet the air crackled. The ride unfolded in charged silence. Ruby sat rigid, hands in her lap, but Boone caught her sidelong glances. Each meeting of eyes sparked something electric, unrelated to the absent sister. His ranch nestled in a valley of rolling hills, modest house, wide porch catching breezes. He'd toiled weeks on it, new curtains, wildflowers by steps, fresh paint, for Violet. Now, Ruby's sharp eyes appraised it all, making his efforts feel naive. "You built this?" she asked, alighting after he offered his hand. Her calloused palm warmed his, lingering a beat too long. She stood nearer than needed, voice softening. "It's beautiful." They paused, hands clasped, the touch intimate. Ruby withdrew first, a flush betraying her. "We should go inside." On the threshold, she halted. "Before I explain, understand, after today, you'll see me, everything, differently." "Maybe that's not bad," Boone murmured, words escaping unbidden. Her eyes widened, uncertainty flickering. "You don't know." "Don't I?" He stepped closer, drawn inexplicably. "I'm tired of letters and photos. I want real." The moment hummed with peril and promise. Then her resolve hardened. "Be careful. This involves blood, betrayal, and secrets about the woman you were to marry." Inside, Ruby catalogued the room, hand-carved furniture, stone fireplace, table set for two. Her fingers trailed a chair meant for his bride. "You thought this through." "I'm practical," Boone replied, though doubt gnawed. "I believed in us." Ruby sank into a chair, exhaustion etching her face, shadowed eyes, tense shoulders. Violet never wanted to marry you. Not from the start. The blow landed hard, but he held steady. Why agree? The letters? Because she was desperate. Ruby's voice flattened. Father died last winter, debt swallowing our farm. Violet was 17, terrified. I convinced her, find a good man to save us. You wrote the letters. I did. Arranged it all. Violet knew, but the words, the dreams, that was me. I created her for you. Boone turned to the window, processing. The gentle soul in ink. Illusion. Where is she now? Silence stretched. Ruby stared at her hands. 3 days ago, a man from her past came to our boarding house. Told her lies about you. What lies? He claimed you were married, collecting brides via mail to sell to minors. Showed documents, photos, proof that scared her. Rage surged. That's impossible. Ruby met his eyes, fear for her, not him. So she ran with him. I came to warn you. Dalton knows your ranch, your plans. We're in danger. Dalton? The name struck like lightning. Tall, gray-haired, polished, memories flooded, Colorado Freight Partnership, Dalton's theft, framed innocence, vanished assets. You know him, Ruby said. 3 years ago, he ruined me. Those proofs were fakes, like before. Boone paced. How'd he find me? Why now? Ruby hesitated. Violet took a letter meant for you, slipped under our door. It terrified her more. What letter? Unknown. But Dalton knew your secrets, cattle trades, savings, contracts. Not public. Someone close betrayed me, Boone realized. Hoofbeats echoed. 3 riders approached. Boone recognized the lead horse, Sheriff Morrison's black mare. Expecting company? Ruby whispered. Not now. He grabbed his rifle. Morrison dismounted, grim, flanked by 2 armed men, one a federal badge. Evening, Boone. Need a word. What's this? Boone stepped out, Ruby behind. Morrison eyed her. Miss, step aside. Warrant for Boone's arrest, fraud, theft, kidnapping. Impossible. Ruby protested. I'm Violet's sister. She left willingly. Dalton says otherwise, witnesses saw force. Lies. He took her with falsehoods about Boone. For court, Morrison said neutrally. But his glance with the marshal screamed complicity. Boone's voice rose. Morrison's known me 5 years, helped establish here, knew my dealings. Ruby caught on, betrayal. She drew a journal. Sheriff, I've records, your meetings with Dalton, plotting against Boone. Morrison paled. Lies. March 15th, Silver Dollar Hotel, Room 12, cattle contracts. I overheard from the kitchen. The marshal tensed. Morrison. Sweat beaded. Morrison drew, but Ruby yanked Boone aside. Shot shattered glass. She pressed a key into his hand, barn. Violet's secret. Chaos, Marshall subdued Morrison. Boone and Ruby slipped to the barn. I've been here, Ruby confessed. 2 weeks ago, Violet scouted. Hid evidence against Dalton. Key unlocked a trunk, letters to Dalton from Morrison, judges, mayor, blackmail, bribes. Photos of bruised women, faked victims. Violet found this in his room, confronting him, Ruby said. But he holds Thomas, our brother, 14. Threatened to kill him unless she helped ruin you. Horror gripped Boone. Where? Miller's Canyon, 20 miles north. Cabin hideout. Dalton's motive, railroad land grab. Boone's ranch blocked their route, corruption cleared paths. They presented evidence to Marshal Chen. Charges dropped. At dawn, posse rode, Boone, Ruby, Chen. From ridge, they spied, cabin, guards, barred hut with movement. Plan, Chen and Boone take guards, Ruby rescues. Shots felled sentries. Ruby unlocked hut, Violet and Thomas, bound, alive. Our Ruby. Violet sobbed. Gunfire raged. Dalton charged their door. Ruby shot him dead. Boone embraced her amid cheers. Over. 6 months later, Boone watched Ruby garden, hand on her belly. Violet wed a teacher, expecting, Thomas apprenticed ranch work. Railroad bypassed honestly. Mrs. Carter, Boone called, dinner. She smiled, stepping into their life, born of deception, forged in truth. The wrong sister had arrived, but claimed the right destiny.